Zen Monkey, what is Dharma combat? So Dharma combat, if you look at a lot of these exchanges in Zen stories, right, usually it's happening with a student and a Zen master. Many times too, it's also two Zen masters having a Dharma combat. It's to use questions, and these type of questions don't point to here, they point to your true self, right? So if I asked you, what is the capital of California? That's a question that points here. If I asked you, what was your original face before you were born? That question points to your intuition, right? The understanding can't answer this kind of question. So they would use these questions and techniques with each other to return to this intuition. And sometimes we can say to return to don't know, or return to beginner's mind, or return to this enlightened nature. Sometimes teachers would use Dharma combat to test a student's understanding. And again, it's not an understanding here. It's an understanding before thinking. So we say the teacher's mind and the student's mind come together. The name for this is a transmission. Sometimes it's called an Inca. So we talk about 3 points in the quantum school of Zen: before thinking, truth, and function. So when you start a kind of koan practice, first you learn to have this experience before thinking. Sometimes it's called primary point or don't know mind, many different names. So earlier I said our original mind is like a mirror, and all of us have some cloud covering this mirror. So the first point is taking away that cloud. What that means is your eyes wake up and become clear. Your ears wake up and become clear. Your nose wakes up and becomes clear. Your tongue wakes up and becomes clear. This whole body and mind wakes up and becomes clear. Then we can see the truth of the world. Or better to say, we can see the truth in this moment. That's the second step. Then the third step helps us with wisdom. How does this truth function in our life from moment to moment to moment? So usually these kinds of koans have some kind of situation. And it might ask, if you were there, how could you respond in this situation? So this Dharma combat can first of all help us kind of with this cloud, take away the cloud, put our energy into our intuition or return to this intuition. And sometimes the Dharma combat can also help us with our energy, meaning believing in our true self. So you might have heard in Zen, having a strong center or Tantien. That just means that our energy is balanced. It doesn't move. Because sometimes a teacher will ask a question and you answer, and even though the answer was clear, the teacher will say, really? Is that the truth? And then, oh no, it must be wrong. Maybe I did something wrong. What did I do wrong, right? Checking ourselves. So Dharma combat can help us first not just rely on our understanding, but rely on our intuition. Then trust this energy that's already here. That means trust in our true self. So if you're interested in more Dharma combat, you can have an interview with me and we can talk about it. Or actually, not talk about it, let's do it.